Woo!
And we're
Hello.
here. Hello. We made it. Buns keeps moving their camera. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. We have returned after 3 weeks off to Deliver Us from Evil, our mask actual play. I'm just going to hand it over to Randis to start doing this whole thing.
This whole thing. Cool. Hi, guys. It's been 3 weeks. I haven't seen your beautiful faces aside from one beautiful face that I get to wake up to every day. It's wonderful. Lovey. But I haven't seen the rest of your beautiful faces aside from, those of you that I saw last Saturday as well. That counts. So 2 of you I haven't technically seen until I find another reason where I had seen you two, but that's not true. I hadn't. So hello, how is everyone? It's been so long.
It's been
1 week since you looked at me. Okay.
3 weeks. We talked about this.
3 weeks in every room. That's a line too. We could use
too.
that one. It's fine. I don't have anything fun to really announce, so why don't we just do our introductions? Hi, I'm Rindis. I'm the storyteller, facilitator, game master, whatever you want to call it for this game, and that's me. I don't remember our order, Val.
Buns
It's
is
been
next.
so.
Yeah.
Buns, go for it.
Do we have a silly question?
Oh, dang it. We've been sitting here this whole time. Oh, easy. No, easy. I got it. If your character was in a legally distinct game of Kids on Brooms, what legally distinct wizard house would your mass character be in?
I mean, come on.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Seriously. Okay, but hi everybody, I'm a Buns, and you can find me playing Tannis/Revolver, our Scion playbook. Parents' Day is going to be super fun for them. And right now, if they were in a legally distinct house of wizards on brooms, I believe they would be quite frankly, I really do think that they would be a Stufflegruff.
Yes.
Me now?
Yeah.
Right. So, my name is Valdrianth Rodriguez. You can call me Ollie or Lycus D. Stratus if you're a huge nerd. And I play Brightstar. If he was in a legally distinct house of some sort of wizarding world, it would be whichever one makes you think you're the protagonist.
It's fair.
Mirador.
Griffin home. Yeah, Griffin Roof. I like that one, Griffin Roof.
Hi everyone, I'm Shay, and I am going to be playing Penelope or Paladin. And if I knew anything about any of the houses, do you just make them up, or are there actual?
Sure,
houses?
Whatever works best for you.
I don't know. Whichever one would play with dangerous toys and wear BDSM costumes.
Oh, so you would be a put it in.
Yes.
This is a hobby of mine. Coming up with silly things is a hobby of mine.
Hi everyone, I'm our homily on the internet. I'm playing Ash or Manifesto. They would definitely slither into the put it in
house. I am so confused about all of this because 1, I've never played Kids on Broom, and 2, I've only ever read a single Harry Potter book, and that was the first one, and then I just watched the movies because I'm an Animorphs kid. Harry Potter wasn't my jam. But hi everyone, I'm playing Kaylee, also known as Snow Leopard, who is the bull of this group. And I guess if she was a wizard and in a wizarding house, she would be a gruntlepuss.
Gruntle.
Nailed
it. Perfect. Love it. Everything about it.
Yeah. So, hey everyone, what's up? Just remember, this is a viewer-affected game. You can affect the game with your bits, subs, and donations. Every 100 biddies to the channel, you can gift a reroll to anyone you see here that rolls dice. You can gift a +1 forward with a subscription to the channel, and if you donate through Coffee or Streamlabs, you can make shit happen. And of course, it's shit that is all approved by the GM and myself. We will never cross any lines or veils here that we have set up for the table. And as a reminder, it's still November. So guess what I'm still doing? I'm still meeting my subs for Extra Life. We crushed it over the weekend. Last weekend, we raised over $1,500. I still have another $49 to donate as of right now because of the sub points that I got in November so far. Can we get it to 100 in November? Let's see. So if you're interested in helping out, throw a sub over, and $1 of that sub will go to Extra Life. And I think that's all I got. Take it away, my dude. Go ahead, Rendis. We got you.
Cool. Yeah,
Mhm.
got to dust off these cobwebs here. Let's go. So last time we left off, everybody was getting in preparation for Parents' Night. There were complaints issued for attendance. There were explanations of legalities and protections put in place. There was a strange cult woman who was standing outside, you know, trying to convert people to a fun religion. And while, some of you had become good friends with them, others were not so keen on on talking to them. And there were discussions of what is acceptable religion and counterpoints on, how best to go about handling your business on the school grounds. And it turns out that she was allowed to actually be there for some strange reason. And that just raised further questions for everyone, which is fine. It's totally fine. So we find ourselves now, the camera is panning in over a large auditorium recreation area of the place that's designated for college meetups and get-togethers. I didn't attend a university, so I can't really say what it would be, but it's that space for gatherings for people to be able to socialize and enjoy
quad.
on a quad.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I suppose a quad would work too, but my brain was going to the high school gymnasium converted to the dance place, but it's that but slightly bigger because it's accommodating a larger function and people, and they have a better spread for
social buildings sometimes get called refectories.
There you go. Sure.
At uni campuses.
It's the social building, and it's been the entire wing of building has been converted to this. And what we see is there are a number of the students who are milling about with their families, a number of mundanes and others that have superpowered parents, much like yourselves. And so, as the cars are pulling into parking spaces and people are walking through, we see that a great deal of decorations has been put up towards the Phoenix Academy to get everything excited. There's little searchlights, Batman style, that are going back and forth, and instead of having the little bat symbol, it's like a phoenix emblem that's hitting the skyline, and just really showcasing that something fun is happening here. And why don't we just kind of take a moment to go around for those whose parents who wanted their parents to be here can tell us what it looks like when their parents first arrive, and uh, what you and them are doing when you first get here to this building.
Did any of us want our parents here?
Oh, jeez. Oh.
That's fair. Well, I suppose the only person who I could popcorn to then would be Paladin, since her mentor is acting as her parental figure / guardian. And I would certainly say that she does want them to be there.
Yeah. Um, I think I think Penelope has like a ton of questions and is just really confused about a lot of things going on right now. Um, and um, I think I think she's very eager to have um some very eager to have a comforting presence in the area with the idea of other certain adult villains being there. So I think she's very quick to approach Mother Zalia and and greet her a bit formally because they're kind of in a public place. Uh, and I think she's actually um, kind of quick to um, walk in with her and just find a place to sit down and have a little fireside chat. Um, but I think she after like saying hello and everything, she just says, "Oh, so I heard there's more the members of Evil supposed to be arriving too, and is that really a thing?"
Mother Z takes a moment to consider this, mulling over what the right words would be. You have to understand that the balance of power and agreements that is worked out within the superheroing world is that there are certain areas where civility and, dare say, even occasionally cooperation exists between between us and evil. It's not so uncommon for children to be innocent of the evils of their parents. And while those who break away from the machinations of their parents seldom do so out of altruistic means, sometimes they just become vigilantes or anti heroes, which are a problem in of themselves. But those who do end up walking the path of righteousness still have those parents. And we don't want to be seen as hypocrites by depriving them of the chance to be with their loved ones, even if the relationship is strained. They're allowed to be here under careful watch, and circumstance has them on notice, even with members of evil, that if they disrupt this balance, that consequences exist. It's not like the days when Crimson Nova was running things and stepping out of line would get you thrown into a volcano, but nowadays, whoever is running the show is still holding things with an ironclad fist.
I hope so. There's there's a couple people that are going to be arriving that make me very uncomfortable.
To be perfectly frank, any member of evil that is here should make you uncomfortable. You should never be comforted around those who would willingly consort with evil. But times as they are,
There's something else. Um, and she'll pull out the the little pamphlet she asked for from the strange girl. Someone was handing these out. And I don't know, but it's something about it's making me nervous. And she'll pass it over.
I need you to roll freak for me.
Ooh. 7.
Hit. Okay. So when you hand this pamphlet and her hand makes contact with the paper at the same time you're still holding it, there is a flash of pain that courses from contact. It feels like you had stuck your finger in an electrical socket. And in that instant, you see what looks like the sun being blotted out by darkness, and that darkness opening into a wide grinning mouth that oozes blood. And underneath, there's a procession of people marching, wide grins on their mouths, their eyes black as night, each wielding a bloody knife in hand as they march over the ruined and desiccated corpse of Halcyon City. There is that brief pain, and then it passes, and Mother Z is holding the pamphlet, shaking. Where did you get this?
You saw that too?
I did.
Someone calling herself Solana. That's not Lightbringer, is it?
No. Something far worse.
Worse than Lightbringer?
She looks around for a moment and says, I'm sorry. I have to go consult with the Elder Council about this. I know I just arrived.
I understand. What should I do? And I would like to roll my mentor's label.
Okay.
Which is Savior. And actually, hang on, I'll post this. Can I just... How do I post this? Isn't there a button
I think y'all had just been cutting and pasting it.
Okay. Yeah. No, I can do this.
Or maybe if you toggle it. No, I think that just collapses it. Never mind.
I mean, I can read it. I'm trying to... Oh, wait.
Whatever works.
Copy. Oop. All right. So I get to roll Savior.
Tell you what to do. A 10 plus mark potential. If you follow their advice, take ongoing. Okay, go ahead. Roll Savior.
Hey.
Dang, there you go.
Nice.
Ooh, 12, full hit. Okay. So when you ask what I should do, and you are filled with that righteous conviction to protect others that comes within your organization, she puts both hands on your shoulders, and for the first time you see genuine fear in her eyes, and she says, do nothing. Do not interact with her. Do not try to seek out the smiling God. And I'm going to go ahead and flip this because it's far more dramatic that if you don't act on it, you can take the forward because you're teens and teens don't listen to anything. So I think it'd be better to and more spicy if we flip that, at least in this instance. But yeah. So she says, don't do anything. You're not ready to take on something of this magnitude.
But all right.
And with that, she pulls you into a tight hug and she says, my child, be brave. And remember that metaphorical Jesus is always with you in your heart.
I know. And I hug back.
And then she pulls away.
To specify.
He's a real person here. But she pulls away and quickly leaves, leaving you here, Penelope, alone. I think the next person to arrive will be Ash and our dear Tanis, because of course they arrived together now that they're a thing, quote unquote. Did
playing
y'all
it slow? We're playing it slow.
We're figuring it out. Wink and a nudge.
Yeah.
I do believe, and correct me because it's been 3 weeks, but didn't y'all pick out outfits together to arrive here?
Yeah, we're all in matching black and gold suits or dresses.
Yes.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I designed mine. I know exactly what I look like today.
Yeah, that's right. It's not just the two of you, it's everybody. So that's an important detail to make sure that everybody remembers because I remembered most of it. Okay.
I'm not on Pinterest. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Listen, I do it too. It's fine. Looking for the great outfits. And so the two of you are the next two are shown on camera arriving. Ash, you have been checking your phone to see if there's any word of when your parents will arrive. You had received a confirmation that they would be coming, but so far there hasn't been anything.
Yeah, they're not surprised. They're used to being left hanging or being forgotten about.
No.
Rich kid
Yeah.
problems.
Candace was just like
Rich kid
actively not looking for her father. So
Yeah.
when
As is just full
Yeah,
distraction mode would have offered you like, do you want to imbibe on something to relax yourself, Tanis, before tonight?
well, only if it's gonna, not end up making me poof all of our clothes off again. I don't think I can do that.
That would be. The words are about to leave of that would be awkward, but a smile starts to curl at Ash's lips. That would be unfortunate, yes. Yeah.
Yes, it would be, and they're like batting at you. It would be unfortunate.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, maybe just a little then.
Wait, so what are they wearing? What's their black and gold outfit?
Well, I think
Very
Ash
glad you asked.
Very glad you asked. He's probably wearing like a really nice
Totally posting
tailored blazer thing, like quite well fitted, and maybe like a little ruffle collar thing is going super fucking ostentatious.
Yes.
I'm gonna embarrass the shit out of my parents, and then a long sort of flowy, drapey, almost Stevie Nicks-esque skirt, because I think my parents always chafed slightly at me going a little NB, so I'm wearing a skirt and big ass boots.
Nice. Quality.
Oh,
All right.
Oh yeah, but it's like black with like gold accents here and there, and gold jewelry, like a lot of like gold chains. It looks good.
Like, right, I want them to be just like mixed in the ruffles, just like layered
Just
necklaces.
layered in, and then like black painted nails, but like the tips are gold. Like it's
Awesome. Yeah, and while you're trying to play distraction and keep their mind off the fact that their father is going to show up,
yes.
as you're at the refreshment table looking at the various assortments of available drinks, there is like an actual bar. It's not an open bar, but it's one of those where there is somebody IDing, so that the parents can get at least a little intoxicated while enjoying this
Because
shenanigans.
they have to be surrounded by children.
They have to be surrounded by children. And so they there's a couple drinks, and it's at that point that Tanis, you do see at the bar there is a familiar gentleman who is leaned up against the bar, arms back, lean, drink in hand, and it's as if everything else in the room kind of slows down as the two of you lock eyes, and you hear in your head, "Well, I was wondering when you'd show up."
I was wondering if that still worked. Like, do they respond like mentally?
Now, you're a part of me, my child. You can't escape your destiny.
Well, once I find out which part of you I am, I'll just cut it off, and then I won't have to be a part of your destiny.
Well, where's the fun in that? If you remove everything that makes you you, are you really yourself anymore?
I am really myself to begin with. I'm made up of component parts.
Precisely.
That is audible, and that's like you're talking, and suddenly you just hear.
Oh, are you all right? Okay.
My father's here.
Oh. Suddenly, like my shoulders tense a little. Should I? Do you want to? Like, we can just be like, hey, we've got a responsibility. We have to go and like hand out flyers to people. We just need to boost.
Ash, that's when you hear nonsense. You don't need to make excuses to duck me. And he's no longer at the bar, but is standing directly behind you.
Tanis audibly eats.
I got an all over body shiver at that. Like, oh God.
Kick him in the balls and run.
Yeah.
Hello,
sir.
It's been a while. What was his name again?
I do have it. I have it written down unless you beat me to it.
It'll be a race to see who can find their notes quicker.
The villain name is Bone Talker, and I believe you had described him to have this Dr. Facilier kind of appearance.
Yeah, but it's
Idris Elba.
It's legally distinct.
Idris Elba.
Mm-hmm. It's legally distinct. Yeah.
Is he short? Is he short haired like Idris Elba? Like shaved down?
Yes, kind of like kind of shaved down. The sides have that like distinguished gray with the bits of gray that are in his beard. Specifically, legally distinct Idris Elba from the Dark Tower. Like specifically that.
That means Ash is gonna turn around and have the initial panic and then go the gay panic of, oh God, he's hot.
Oh no, he's hot.
The gay panic.
just the Squidward face.
Yeah. God. Okay. Hi, sir.
Well,
Father,
it would seem you've been making friends.
Yes, an entire team of friends.
Mm-hmm.
Social interaction isn't as hard as you made it out to be.
She's very good at it, actually.
Is she?
Yeah.
Good. That means everything is working as intended.
Wow, you're really leaning into that trope, my dude.
Am I?
Yeah.
A proud father,
fine,
no doubt.
Oh yeah, you're leading. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Yep, proud father.
Sarcasm is very becoming of you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember the last time she brought a pet home. It lasted only 2 weeks.
It only lasted 2 weeks because you made me absorb their essence. He's not a pet.
I'm going to add one little flare of detail to this character because I feel that it looks cool. He has a very distinct cane that is tipped with this silver raven head, and he uses it. It's like a raven skull because it has to fit that death theme. And so when you say he's not a pet, or they are not a pet, there's this moment where the tip of this cane, the handle part, specifically where the raven's skull is, the beak is directly under your chin, and they lift your head up to give you that like appraising look. They go, "Are you sure?" They seem like they could be quite obedient given time.
Gay panic.
I'm sitting here like, that is your father. Stop
it. In your pants, Ash. Come on.
They look like directly at him. And if I could throw a little bit of flair in for myself, whatever little bit of soul that they have finally started to grow actually shows in their eyes, because normally they're just dark, they're just empty. But instead, there's like a light there when she goes, "I'm quite positive."
And sir, I can assure you, nothing about me is obedient.
Oh, she's totally taking his hand. Yes, stand up to my asshole dad.
Yeah.
There's the comment I want to make that doesn't fit the character. So we just have that like pause cut where the scene is deleted, where he goes, "I've had brat subs before," and then we cut back to
all I'm saying is dominance is hereditary.
And then we cut back to the real footage.
Right? That was a deleted scene.
Yeah.
A blooper.
Yeah, that's the blooper.
The crew starts laughing in the background.
and so you say quite disobedient. There is just this moment where there is a and it's at this moment that Ash hears, "Quite right. They have been quite rambunctious in their youth." And we finally get the chance to see Ash's parents, who have arrived fashionably late. And I will pull up my references that you sent me for them, because they are, it's exactly how I would picture them. I'm bad with pictures. You have pictures. And so it's a very distinguished looking man, tall, kind of curly black hair, a refined beard, and a woman. I always forget her name, but it's
Sarah Paulson.
Sarah Paulson.
He's
Legally distinct.
He's Michael Sheen. She's Sarah Paulson. It's
legally distinct Michael Sheen. Legally distinct Sarah Paulson.
Sarah Paulson.
They are dressed very finely. She has jewelry that looks like it costs upper thousands for each piece, and the two of them are standing there. She's got her arm hooked into his, and he's holding just a glass of brandy, and he says, I feel like they would address Ash by the full name. Is Ash's full name Ashton?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ashton, you didn't... He does take that moment to clear his throat. He says, "You didn't tell me you had started a relationship with someone, and a girl no less. That is surprising." Here we thought the inheritance would be lost.
What?
Why are they more villainous than the villain dad?
Listen,
Because the real villain.
the real villain was capitalism all along.
I was told in my notes to make them evil adjacent, so
They're evil adjacent because the true villain is always capitalism. So they are more villainous than the villains. That's very accurate. Yes, misgendering all over the place. This fucking guy.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, I just assumed, with the not returning any messages, you'd stop reading them.
Oh no! Did the servant not send you our RSVP?
No.
We will have to fire them. He just kind of looks to the wife.
That's your department.
I know. Heaven forbid they stop doing their duties of parenting me.
Well, if they can't even
Candace
do
does
their...
not know whether or not they're supposed to be polite in this situation, or if they're also supposed. Well, it's very obvious what to do with my dad.
Yeah.
And he's just drinking it all in. He's just kind of watching, and there's this moment where they finally regard each other, and they say, "Well, I suppose introductions are in order. Please tell us who your little friend is."
This is Tannis. Yeah, my partner. I kind of look at you in a right? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
yes,
We have that. Yeah.
phone whisper, and I like hold my hand out to shake it. Very firm handshake.
And he looks at the hand and he says, "Charmed." And he takes it and he brings it up and he kisses the top of it. And then the mother
It's so cold.
shakes. Yeah. There is that momentary just like twinge, like, well, that's weird. And then, he hands your hand. Hands the hand to Ash's mother, and she shakes it daintily. And she says, "I like what you did with your hair. The little gray streak there makes you look older, dignified."
Thank you. Dead.
This is Evangeline.
And this is my lab assistant. Trying to think of what his name would be. Because you didn't give him a name.
I have been mulling around the name Ulysses in my head. Is that okay?
Yes.
Always here for Greek names. Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ulysses Bone Marrow. He is not a clever man.
Ulysses Marrow.
He's the bone whisperer.
Yeah, he is Ulysses Marrow now. And he says, "Right, lab partner, Ulysses Marrow. The term they are looking for is father and creator. I built them. Aren't they marvelous?" And they give this sweeping bow. And Ash's father is just kind of like, "Well, if you wanted to get technical, we all build our children in some ways."
Candace just leans over to Ash. We both do for some upgrades, then, aren't we?
I think we are, yeah. Really?
And they kind of stop paying attention to the two of you to kind of talk amongst themselves. But there is that moment where Ash's father says, "So, what is it exactly that you do, Mr. Barrow?" And he says, "Oh, I'm sure you've heard of me." And he goes, "I'm the Bone Taker."
And then I know I'm gonna step on his foot. Like when he goes, "I'm like step."
Yeah,
he is leader of science at the academy.
and there's just a scientific research. I also double as the coroner. And
The school needs a coroner.
they have sure.
Superhero school. That makes sense.
It's a superhero school. You have to have your tragic death backstories too. But I mean, Kaylee almost killed a guy, so why not?
That is true. I mean, I just figured they just went to Aegis whenever a superhero dies.
That's true. I'm sure Ash's parents don't pay too much attention to what's really going on anyway, so it seems like a believable lie. But he does say the coroner part with a bit of an edge as he looks at Tanis. And it's not long.
Mental argument happening right now.
They're yelling at each other back and forth in their heads. And as that's happening, he finally just says, and I must say, your mother has excellent bone structure. I see where your good breeding has come from.
Cost her a lot of money.
I'm not worried about the plastic. And then there's a momentary, oh, how dare.
I'm bullshit as well. She probably hasn't actually had plastic surgery. I'm just being a dick.
Or maybe she did. Who knows?
Maybe she did.
I know it.
She's
just mentally, there's like, please stop scouting out people's bone structures. You can't take any part of anyone here.
Stop scouting their bones. Yeah. And so from there, we'll jump to Kaylee so that our resident kitty can walk in on the scene. Your phone, unlike Ash's, has been getting blown up this entire time. Your average family have all of the average problems of an average person, like how to get to Halcyon City, how to get to the bridge that connects to the Phoenix Academy, how to park in the guest parking, how to register for their guest passes, how to find where they need to be. You know, it's almost every 10 minutes, they're sending you just another question because they're just incredibly average. And
But it's just also kind of like really annoying for Kaylee because she's like, I know all of these instructions were on the invite.
They were.
Like
not only that, but you had gone over it the day before with them over the phone.
Like not even like over the phone. Like I did like an entire Zoom conference where I shared a map to show them. And then with Kaylee, her gold and black outfit, she's got like a sleeveless black skater dress with like a gold trim and like a gold belt on it, because she has a hard time with both sleeves and pants to begin with because she's so thick, like muscle thick. So it's like, yo, so she's there just kind of like anxiously kind of bouncing and waiting and looking at her phone, and anxious and bouncy waiting and looking at her phone, then looking at the door, and then like looking at her friends that are just like, that seems strange and highly sexualized. Those are their parents. That's so weird. Like, I didn't know nuns could have children. I mean, like
yeah, that's how they keep that order going, I guess. I don't know. And so yeah, they lay eggs, exactly. And so your parents have finally arrived. A very plain looking man and his mildly attractive yet still plainly dressed wife.
With the exception of one thing. My mom is Texan, so her hair is huge.
Yeah. Just, and what color is her hair?
She is an unnatural blonde.
Big blonde beehive.
Yep.
Okay. And so the two of them walk in and they're looking around and they finally find you, and
I bound over.
There's the moment where the the fiction is easier to take than the reality, and when they see you, there's the momentary push down of a reaction from your mother, and she plasters on a smile and she says, "Sweetie,
Hey,
well,
Mom.
it looks like they've been feeding you well."
Oh, yeah, I get to go to the snack machine all the time.
That's good.
I
That's
require a
good.
lot of protein.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they let you wear whatever you want as well, I see.
I mean, yeah, it's there's no designated uniform.
Mm-hmm. And so you chose this outfit?
Well, my friends and I all coordinated color schemes, and it was black and gold. We have decided on that, and so this was definitely the easiest for me to get into.
Mm. You couldn't have decided on something a little more modest?
Did a skater dress? I like tilt my head very curiously at
Well,
her.
you're showing a lot of, and there's just a quick elbow from your father into her side, and she says, "It looks good on you, darling." That's all I wanted to say.
Kind of wrinkle my nose a bit, and you could just see the whiskers like twitch. Yeah, well, I have a very limited wardrobe since they don't exactly make clothes for cat people.
Mm.
Just Penelope like off to the side in this black and gold skin tight mini skirt with thigh highs.
Yeah, and
But
there
it's
is
fine
that.
because you look human. That's
Yeah, you look human, so it's fine. They have their own issues with you, but you're human. um, and so they do have that moment where they look around and they see, flying people and transformed people and, other versions of superheroes just existing alongside their families, and they just say, well, it's good that we found somewhere for you to fit in without judgment, in that wonderfully judgmental tone that she always uses.
Yeah, I really enjoyed being shipped away from home, from all my friends, from my life that I had to start from scratch from the beginning. It's been a great time. Did you see I almost murdered someone on TV the other day?
Unfortunately, we did, young lady.
Mm-hmm.
What is that what they teach you here, to
Oh no, I did that
brutalize?
because it felt good.
I don't think that doing what you feel like because it feels good is what we paid for you to be here for. You were supposed to be learning to control your urges and issues here.
At that moment, I just knock over a glass.
There's a waiter walking by. And
Yeah, just the whole tray just.
I just flipped the whole tray. Sorry.
You
I
just
couldn't
flip the
control
waiter.
my urges.
you flip the waiter.
The waiter just kind of looks at the shattered glass and he's just like, "No problem," and just backs away slowly to go find a broom.
Right,
And
clearly you didn't want any of these hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, and he's like, "No, it's my fault for coming in on your blind side. My apologies."
It's true. You did come in on my blind side. I was like,
And the two of them just say, "Sweetie, the outbursts are not necessary. We only want what's best for you."
I know. You're just kind of. Anyway, so hey, look, hi, Penelope. How are you? That's my friend Penelope. She's so cool. She does not watch The Bachelor, but she's okay.
Hmm.
Hello.
Hello.
And they see this girl in a skin tight outfit, and your father probably looks a little too long, and then he gets slapped in the arm, and then they kind of say, "Okay, it's very nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
We're Kaylee's mother and father, and you are?
I am Penelope Kristoff. I am orc paladin. But you can call me Penelope, and I extend my hand.
They shake your hand.
Kaylee's been a good friend here. We
Well,
are
then-
happy to
Really,
have
I
her
have?
around. Yes, you have.
Oh, that's so nice. Thanks.
So, what is it that you do? What freaky power do you have?
Oh, I'm a bit lackluster in that department. I figure out things quite efficiently, though. So, you know that meme where
They're boomers. They don't know what memes are.
oh well,
I
okay.
have seen a meme in my time.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it.
I can figure out. I can figure out concepts and plot the trajectory of a bullet from a long distance within a fraction of a second.
She's super smart.
Yeah, it's basically that.
Mm-hmm.
So you're
I'm
an
like
NRA
Sherlock
fan.
Holmes.
I got it.
Yes.
Feel
We heard
insulted.
we heard bullets and tuned everything else out.
Yeah.
My dad
that's-
is definitely, sorry, my mom's the Texan. She is the card-carrying member of the NRA.
Mhm. The mother says, "Well, good. A pretty face like yours should have a good brain between all that wonderful hair as well."
Oh, thanks. I say with just the buzz shaved head.
Yep.
Just kind of
like the-
lean into Penelope and whisper, "It's really hard to tell when it's a real compliment from her or when she's being facetious. I think there was a mixture of both in there. Just smile and nod."
No, I'll accept everything as a compliment. Don't worry.
Okay. Good.
Well, we were promised to be shown your entire team. Are the
when
others
the crash
here?
happened,
Yeah.
I feel like no one's noticed that the light has been happening on the floor because as they went away because their parents aren't paying attention to them anymore, then they just show up next to
Yeah,
Kaylee, and
we've
Candace-
emerged away from you.
I wonder, I haven't seen Sam around. I wonder where Sam's at.
If I imagine Sam's going to make a very showy entrance.
Probably,
And
yeah.
it's at that moment that
Right, I'm
Sam
like-
arrives.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
Megamind style.
The lights go.
Megabox.
Yeah, Megamind style. Presentation.
First things first, you see a bunch of little cherubs going around, and they dim the lights.
We're like, here he comes, everyone. Little people. Yeah.
So yeah, they dim the lights. They open the double doors, and then a stage, like a model runway, just sort of lifts up out of light, and you see Sam slowly lit as he walks down the runway. Spotlights, ding, 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 for each spot that he walks in, and he just has this form-fitting but asymmetrical black suit. The buttons going diagonal, leading towards a very ornate button that holds a single arm cape. The rest of the outfit leads down. The rest of that leads down towards a single half skirt, and the other leg is black with gold embroidery, while the skirt itself is gold with black embroidery. And yeah, he just saunters in and yells, "I'm here!"
See, color coordinated.
Okay, woo! Yeah! Just start cheering. you
Candace
on.
just looked at us like, am I the only one wearing
Yeah,
pants?
it's Pride Stone.
He bows. Thank you, thank you.
Welcome.
It's just us group though. It's just us.
Are you serious?
A bunch of the little cherubs also clapping.
Yeah.
There's a slow clap from the Kaylee's parents, and they say, "Well, isn't that just fancy? Wonderful."
It is wonderful. Thank you for noticing. He snaps and everything disappears back to normal.
Get my mom some tequila, please. Like, is there a margarita around?
Oh.
I
got
would
a
love
over.
I would love a Long Island.
Okay, the bar's over
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
Before they leave, I think I walk up and I mention like, "Oh wow, so you're Kaylee's parents?"
Mm-hmm. Couldn't
Wow.
tell. She comes from good stock, and they just kind of like hug for a moment.
Actually, I'm surprised. She's so pretty. I mean, yeah. So the bar's over there. Have fun.
Before that, the mother does say, yes, she used to be very pretty. You should see the pictures. And she takes out one of the photos of what Kaylee used to look like.
I
and
knock it
holds
out of
that
her
up.
hand. I just like
Right?
straight up.
I
Oh,
think
there it
you'll
goes.
find.
Can I roll something to see if the phone just breaks as it
Yeah,
hits?
please.
Okay.
Give me a danger. Directly engage that phone.
I'm gonna directly engage the threat of like
Great.
seeing pageant Kaylee. Like,
We much prefer how she looks now.
Oh man, here we go.
Boom.
Bam!
Yeah, there's.
Oh no, not the urges again.
Oh no.
Can I like do the reflex thing where I imagine I would have to roll freak or savior where I can just like catch the phone because part of Penelope for what she wants to do to help Kaylee just wants a quick glimpse, but other than that she'll just catch it and like turn it off as quickly as possible.
I genuinely do not know what the PvP rules are for
If
this
not,
game.
it is fine.
Just
Well, I just think it's
try to beat me.
Yeah, like I would say it would just be a contested roll, which is going to be pretty hard because it was an 11.
Yeah, it would be freak or savior, whichever you.
Savior, because that's the defending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Defend that phone.
All right.
Oh,
Nope.
so
Nope.
close.
Wow, that was really close.
It was real close, yeah.
Let's see. I know there is like a little burp
Don't you have a bunch of more words? Yeah.
if you guys get into conflict with each other.
Unless you want to use your influence and then tie me. Do you have influence over me?
I do, but
You could use it.
I mean, I guess it makes sense too.
You really want that phone.
I think as this is happening, if it's okay, I think Brightstar like responds. Oh, don't worry. I used to follow her on Instagram back in those days. She was pretty. She's still very gorgeous.
What?
Oh yeah, didn't you know? I have a account that I used to follow people who follow me who I thought were pretty. I think I followed you on most of your things. Av Norman.
That's such a bad name.
It's a very bad name.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, I followed you. Your
Kaylee
pictures
like
were...
pulls out her phone and starts fiercely going through her Insta to look for the name.
Yeah, no, he 100% follows you with Av Norman and some of the, if that's already taken in some platforms, he's Norm Avman.
Yeah, and so Penelope.
You can like his hot dog selfie.
I'll use my influence to catch the phone.
Okay, and so Penelope tying it. What ends up happening is you like stick out the foot to try and like catch it, like the kip up, and it does. It bounces off of the foot and it goes high into the air. And so I think as it goes up, Kaylee, you're having this moment with Sam, and then you see the phone go right back up into a little arc in the air. And now the two of you can compete again to see who can get to it first. And
oh man.
Cat instincts.
Yeah.
Right.
I just imagine like you said, there's a little wiggle.
And so
and
do another engage versus a savior to see who can catch it first. because I know the object is to destroy androids.
Nope.
Same.
Oh.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so well, that the dice have spoken. So it goes up into the air, and then there's just the and the cat paw again. Just that's it. And this time, what it is when you paw it, it goes off in the distance and it hits this poor waiter who is like come out of another
Same
like the
waiter.
kitchen.
It's the same waiter.
Same waiter
Right.
who is coming back out
Wow.
with a new tray, and he just gets hit in the face and he goes down, and there's another shattering sound as the tray full of champagne hits the ground.
There's so
And-
much booze at this spirit
Yeah, and the phone is obliterated when it finally hits the ground, and your mother just looks so disappointed, and she says, "I think I'll have that Long Island now." And the two of them walk towards the bar, where now Ash's parents and Tanis's father are also at the bar. They're all talking together now.
Oh, my so that little
Tanis.
secret
Sorry, go on. I didn't mean to
No, no.
interrupt.
My social media network that I tend to use, I have pictures of both times the waiter got decked, and the caption for the second one is "Tune in later for more."
Are you just like recording this for TikTok and just like
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, absolutely.
This is how supervillains are born.
Can I leave a generous tip?
Mostly,
Yeah.
Ash is just distracting themselves from their parents. This has been an excellent distraction.
Seeing what was his name? Bone collector, bone eater.
Good bone
Okay.
whisperer.
Boom, Mr.
Which one?
Bone Storm.
None of those were the same.
We're just Sailor
I
Moon in
wrote
it.
down Bone
Dr.
so many
Bone.
universes.
No, his
Dr.
name was Bone Talker.
Bone talker.
Bone talker.
I thought literally I've always thought it was Bone Taker.
I wrote down Bone Talker from session 0. So
I've
If
been mishearing for the entire time.
listen, executive decision now. Do we want to just make it Bone Taker? Because look, it really puts a weird spin on him being the Dom if he's the Bone Taker. Got him.
Power bottom.
Yep. So yeah, they're all gathered and talking now, which leaves all of you here. Sam, you don't see anybody here that you recognize, which may be a good thing.
Yeah. Keep your eye out. If you see some Evanescence looking ass, the drummer from Blink 182 looking motherfucker.
Okay, wow.
I mean, that sounds cool. I will be right back. I have to go the litter box. And I'm gonna leave.
Seeing Kaylee. Okay, never mind. She actually did leave.
Kayla's gone.
She's
Yeah.
bioing, yeah.
Tanis. And I grab Tanis's arm and just like shake them.
Yes.
That's him, isn't it?
Yes. Unfortunately, yes, he is here. But nobody knows who he is. He does scientific work and a coroner.
He and a coroner. That was a weird choice for him, yeah.
Wait, so you don't... Alright, so I should not go up and talk to him.
Why are you talking to my father?
I haven't seen him in a decade, maybe?
There are lots of things you need to explain very quickly.
There's a reason my parents aren't here. And he knows why.
If Tanis's brain was a Rolodex, they are trying to remember everything that they
You wanna try and
Just to
pull up some
know.
information about their parents?
Yes.
So that would be a pierce the mask roll. So please give me a mundane
I'm mundane.
to see past the hero and into the person.
Mm. Just want to be able to see it. All right. Mundane.
I want to know what I was to him.
That's a miss.
You get potential.
You do mark potential.
I know. Yep. I get to mark that potential. And there you go. 2. 3 more. Just need 3 more. I and their face kind of blanks out a little bit. I don't know. I could take you of that, I suppose. All right.
It's weird vibes. Just a heads up. He called me a pet.
Chance is so mad because they really did want that to be your pet name. They were gonna call you like, oh my pet. But now
Called you a pet? You seem more like a brat.
Penelope looks
Wow.
Penelope looks to Ash and is just like, your inflection tells me that you're not bothered by that.
Guilty.
Yeah. It's just you know, it's just an awkward evening all around.
I feel like we need to have multiple conversations with multiple people. But as for right now, if I can help with the parents, I will.
But it sounded like
just
you
mentally.
It sounded like you didn't want anyone to know that your
father's an evil villain.
Yeah.
I don't think most people would want people to know that their father's an evil villain.
I mean, fair point. I will respect that best I can.
1 moment. Like mentally in their brain and be like, Father.
Yes.
Would you mind coming over here? I have somebody who would like to speak to you. I could introduce you to my team.
But I'm having such a wonderful conversation.
You are scouting out femurs, and we both know it. Please come over here.
I'm also looking at clavicles. Fine. And you see him give an apologetic. If you'll excuse me, the children require my assistance. And he sachets his way over rather dramatically. And then he approaches the 4 of you and he says, children, hello.
It's been a while.
Has it?
10 years.
Hasn't it?
I think.
He leans in close and he says, I don't remember you.
Penelope Kristoff, and I extend a hand.
A name is nothing to me, child.
I retract my hand.
Like hit in the gut, like
He puts his hand out and he says, Ulysses Marrow. Are you implying that you know who I am?
Yes, they know who you are.
Bone talker.
Wonderful.
Oh.
Bone talker.
Okay.
Yes. Say it with fear and reverence.
I had a question that I have not been able to answer for the past decade or so. If you would be so kind to enlighten me.
I can certainly try.
When you, and just kind of like speaking speaking a bit softer so that I don't give away who Revolver's father is just to the general crowd. When you killed my parents, were you coming for me?
He takes a moment. He extends the cane out and hooks it under your chin like they had with Ash. And he just kind of turns your head to examine you. He says, "You know, when I said I don't remember you, I said that because I have killed a number of families for a number of reasons. I don't remember you. I don't see anything special about you. I know that the day Bone Taker graced your family with my presence, it changed your life. But understand that for me, it was Monday."
Can Bright Star step in for a moment?
Certainly.
Can he grab the cane away?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I think Bright Star he's not gonna say anything, he's just gonna step in and move the cane away from Penelope, and Bright Star genuinely has like his eyes are glowing. Like he's trying really hard not to manifest anything at the moment.
I think Penelope just like continues to just like stare dead in the eye. I imagine you would remember this day. There were angels in the sky. Apocalypse.
Can I pierce my father's mask to see?
Absolutely. Penelope, you can as well. Yeah. Yeah, both of you can.
Okay. Awesome. Okay.
I want to. Is it possible for me to help before they roll? Because technically this is using my troublemaker feat because I'm really not meant to use any of my abilities. But I'm gonna try and remove any of his. I'm gonna use my power nullification.
Okay.
If it works, I think regardless, because I'm still helping. So even if it fails, I'm assuming that will come onto me. But they would get a +2 instead of a +1 as a.
Yeah. Roll your freak first, and then we'll go in order.
Because I want the two of these guys to like get what they need out of this. So I'm.
Ooh. Full hit, 13.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So he doesn't show it as your power nullification definitely has a noticeable effect on superpowered people when they realize that their abilities have stopped. He's playing the part of somebody who knows that they can't act out. And so when he raises an eyebrow, particularly in your direction, it just kind of is a game recognizes game kind of moment.
Okay.
And he turns his attention back to Tanis and Penelope, who are going to pierce the mask now. Sam, you wanted to help as well, right?
I just wanted to remove his cane from Penelope. I just wanted to.
Oh, okay. You were just pulling that away. Okay. You can do that.
I want to make myself a barrier for my friends, essentially.
And Kaylee, when you come back, you see that they are now talking to Tanis's father. So like you don't necessarily have to be there yet, but as you're coming back, that's what's happening. They are confronting Tanis's father.
Okay.
So for situational bonus penalty, do we add anything now?
+2.
+2, right?
Oh, +2.
I was a troublemaker.
Hit for me.
Yay!
Yeah.
I would also like to use moldable instead of pierce the mask, only because no matter even if on a miss, I can still ask a very specific question to my dad. Whose respect you crave, which we have already kind of said in the past that they do crave their respect, which is the only reason why I think I could use this.
Oh, that's a good point. I might actually have something.
So would you prefer that I roll with Pierce the Mask, like we said, with the +2, or could I roll?
No, roll Troublemaker.
Moldable.
Or moldable, excuse me. I'm looking at ashes for some reason.
+2 for that?
Yeah.
It just says helping you out.
Yes. Okay, here I go.
Full hit.
11. Okay, it was late on my screen.
And Shay?
Mine was not a full hit, but a hit.
Oh, yours was the regular hit. I thought you said you were going to try and roll something else. So
yeah, I looked. I didn't. I thought I had a move for it, but I didn't.
But with a +2, doesn't that 9 full hit? Or no, that's a 10.
It's included.
Oh,
yeah.
It is, right? And then in there,
yeah,
Shay?
ask you.
Yes, that's in there. It is a hit because of your help.
All right. So with a hit and a full hit on Piercing the Mask, so on a 7 to 9, you can ask one of what are they really planning? What do you want to do? What do you intend to do? How could I get the character to blank? How could I gain influence over? And a full hit gets to ask 3. I'm also willing to accept variations of these questions to kind of get more in line with what you guys were looking for.
No problem.
How can I get him to tell me what he wanted with me?
He's a supervillain. If you feed his ego, you can get him monologuing.
And for my questions, unless you want to resolve their stuff first.
That was her question. So
yep.
You got 3.
I feel like I should just ask all of it. Technically, I get to ask the rest of the questions.
You can ask all of the questions.
Because they did, how can I get your character to blank? What are you really planning? Because he's like, unless he's just a show-tastic villain who just wants people to fear and know who he is, kind of like, what are you really planning? What do you want me to do? I don't know how my father feels that I basically escaped him and am now here.
Mm-hmm. And I guess, what do you intend to do?
Yeah, because I can ask, how could I gain influence over him, kind of regardless.
Mm-hmm. All right. So what are they really planning? You get the sense that they are here, one, to check up on you, since you have distanced yourself from the family business. Is that
how he's saying it? Distanced?
Yeah. You distanced yourself from the family business, and to also, yes, very much play up the showmanship of his villainous role as the Bone Taker, which you have been making him curtail quite a bit. What does he want you to do? He wants you to continue playing up this part, because it seems like you're feeding directly into exactly what he wants with your reactions, and he is trying to get a rise out of you. And it seems that he's been pushing all of the buttons to try and get you nervous. What does he intend to do? He intends to get a good idea of what you and your friends are capable of here at the Phoenix Academy.
So when I kind of like put 2 and 2 together, that I can get him to that he's got a bit of an ego. I think Penelope just says, like after like after she says there were angels in the sky, it was the apocalypse 10 years ago. You took part in almost succeeding to take over Halcyon.
I remember that day. It was glorious. We had our victory.
Hi, did I miss the party? What's going on? Who's this? And I'm gonna get up in like Dad's face and like just kind of smell him.
He
That
smells.
smells like you.
He smells of death and very expensive
man.
cologne.
Yeah, like
so
like me.
That doesn't
but
cover it up very well. You should use Axe. Because all you can smell is Axe.
I am not some junior high juvenile. I use Old Spice.
Axe for adults. Old Spice.
Old Spice.
Oh, wow. So you use old people stuff. Okay, I get it. What are you drinking? That looks...
It's dark and stormy.
What are you? Some sort of like...
Ash rolls their eyes at that.
Oh, really? Let me see it. I just want to like take the drink from his hand.
Stretch face into glass.
Yeah, it's a very strong ginger beer and a heavy amount of alcohol.
That's disgusting. You
tongue.
shouldn't take it, and I just like throw it. Like only the best alcohol for Tanis's dad, right? Right, everyone? Okay.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get you something with gin because it tastes like flowers, and you need to smell like flowers because you kind of stink. I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this because you need to not offend everyone around you.
I think I love Kaylee.
Because your odor is offensive.
He thinks for a moment and he says, "You're the one spawned from the beehive and the average man, aren't you?"
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me about the thing.
Oh, you mean the Texan? Yeah, I'm their
Mm-hmm.
spawn.
I see.
I didn't like crawl out of them. I was a C-section.
You know, she has a very wonderful jawline.
Really?
Or her mother.
I never looked at her jaw. It was just kind of... It's just her face. You know who has a really, really great jawline?
I'm waiting for you to.
Look at your jaw. Like, it's so square. I could just... And I'll put my hands on his face.
You feel the very soft, legally distinct Idris Elba 5 o'clock stubble.
Sorry, I didn't mean to sound so cryptic. Sometimes I forget that I'm not actually a predator and people around me aren't actually my prey. Can I get away, Russian?
Yes, they make one of
and
those.
Walks towards the bar.
He smiles and he says, "Would you like me to get you something to drink?"
No, it's fine. I don't accept drinks from dark, tall, and handsome men because those are always trouble. And you smell like trouble because clearly you forgot to... You didn't. You need to... I'm just saying, maybe you should go to the bathroom and just take some paper towels and give a little
Tanis,
wipe.
have you not informed her that the bad boys are the most desirable?
Oh, okay. That's awkward.
Oh, that's what you think. You think you're bad. Like, that's fine. I'm not saying that you're bad. I said that you smell bad.
He's also bad.
Yeah, I know he is. You told me.
Stay away from the bad man.
Yeah. I don't desire anything except maybe cheese.
And though he stinks like cheese, he is not cheese.
You're not cheese. I'm sorry.
We have cheese in here.
Oh, did I interrupt something? I just got really distracted Because all of my friends
No,
were
you're
here.
fine.
and-
Here's your white Russian, and I mean it's one of those chalices you get from.
Well, that's a
Green
tall
Pearl.
glass of
Like
cream
this.
and rum.
They're like, this is
And
amazing.
Kaylee
I
is going
love
to
you.
stick her whole face in the glass, just
Tannis,
like a
your
cat
friends
does.
are so charming.
All right, stay.
Yes. I see
But
a lot of promising future for them and their families.
aren't you supposed to have some type of ankle monitor that keeps you a certain amount of feet away from people who could hurt?
I'm
No.
gonna bat at Penelope. The glass is stuck on my head.
He just reaches out and pulls this chalice off.
And just
Um,
can the White Russian spill all over Tannis's dad?
Let's make a roll.
Yes.
I'm just gonna take a slight step to the left right before impact.
Yeah. Let's roll because I feel like you're trying to get a reaction out of him, so it's going to be a provoke.
It's not on
so.
purpose. Like all of this is not on
Oh,
purpose.
then let's roll mundane.
Okay.
It's very much so cat's head stuck in paper
Yeah.
bag.
Yes.
Oh dear Lord, help.
Moving backwards, yeah.
And I'm gonna use one of
Why does that
my
help?
gifted +1s on this.
Hell yeah, take.
So, let's
also
just
stepping
roll
out of the way.
mundane +1 if I can get to that part of the. There we go. Ah, nah. It just goes everywhere.
It just goes everywhere, and there's this moment where when it starts to spill in his direction,
how much team do
he-
we have?
there is no team because you're not
Darn
in
it.
combat. So there's this moment where the White Russian cream is heading in his direction, and he just does a swipe with the cane, and his shadow rises up and just
I thought he was
blocks
gonna
it.
pull me in the fucking way.
No, that would be cruel.
I'm still there. I'm still trying to like restrain his cane. Can I?
Oh,
use-
I
do
thought we
that to
moved
give
on
the
from
hold-
that because he wasn't.
Can I do that to give the help action at least?
I like it. No, please let it be a failure so I can tick off my.
Oh, yeah, go.
She's
Yeah,
like,
no,
no,
level
I
up.
want more.
I want
I'm
potential.
want
fine.
the
Like I
experience.
like. Oh wait, I actually have full potential and I didn't take anything.
I have to
Ooh.
lift my Stevie Nicks
Yeah.
skirts off the ground because
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no.
But yeah,
know what I want.
there's this moment where his shadow comes
Mhm.
up, and as it manifests, it gains solidity, and it blocks this cream, and then it drops back down, and he just kind of looks at the spilled, and he says, "Wasting perfectly good alcohol."
Well, let's get you another drink then.
Okay.
And you could tell me all about what you did in this apocalypse.
Certainly, since you were
Apocalypse?
interrupted.
I really did interrupt something. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm just-
yeah.
You're all right, Kaylee. This has been a nice change of pace. Thank you.
Sam, you feel your phone go off. That
All
bzz, 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 bzz. And there's a text message waiting for you.
Okay. Let's see what this is all about, I guess.
You flip your phone out, and when you check it, you just see the words "surprise."
I turn around, I guess. and
You
just
turn
start
around.
looking.
You turn around, most likely expecting to see something flashy and dangerous from your parents. Instead, you see somebody else familiar. A beautiful woman dressed in a nice dress, has striking familial resemblance, but it's your aunt. And when you see the surprise, she goes, and then just throws her arms around you. If it isn't little Samuel.
So, yeah, what are you doing here?
Surprise, I'm your parent for the evening. You didn't think Mumsy and Dadsy would show up, did you?
Well, I was getting ready for it at least.
No, no, they would not be caught dead in a scene like this. They wouldn't be caught dead rubbing shoulders with Halcyon City's heroes. They have reputations to keep. And then she looks over and she says,
Is she
no
serious?
offense, Bone Taker.
Oh.
And she's
This
And-
auntie.
Basically. Basically.
Who is this auntie? I love her.
and she just says, so you have to tell me everything about striking out on your own. I know that it's been such a wonderful change of pace for you, especially, being such an up and coming star.
Of course. First, everyone, this is my aunt. What singer does she look like?
Oh God. We gotta think of
Shakira.
this now.
Jade.
Kesha?
Those are two completely different ends of the
We all three. Boop, 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 just ping all over the map there.
I kind of like the look of Kesha when I just dialed it in.
I like the idea of everyone else being like real punk, and then
Mhm.
there she comes in. I'm Kesha.
Yeah.
Like just
like
straight
early,
up
like
punk.
early
like,
Kesha,
depending on
like
how
out
old
the
you-
dumpster
yeah.
Kesha.
Not only that, but like she somehow got a hold of your dress itinerary, and so she has this wonderful black and gold outfit as well. Her lips are painted with like the gold lipstick as well, and she just says, yes, tell everyone about how wonderful I am.
Well, unlike the majority of my family, genuinely good singer.
Oh.
Not a psychotic, asshole. So that's great. And yeah, this is my team. They're incredibly great, extremely powerful. As he just kind of eyes Boner or whatever.
Okay.
A bone
She
daddy.
definitely smells better than a lot of the other people here. You smell really
Going to-
nice.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll extend a hand.
Yeah,
Need that.
when you say you smell really nice, she says, thank you. It's a very expensive perfume. And she reaches into a little hand purse and she takes it out and she just gives you a spritz. And she says, there you
Oh.
go.
Thanks.
Oh no, she's lost her sense of smell.
Huh. Do you do that cat sneeze though? But it's just like it's constant. The tish, 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 tish. It's like, I just do like a whole chain of them.
Sorry.
Oh dear, I think I broke her.
She's good. And lovely to meet you. It's nice to meet you.
Yes.
Sam here is an excellent person.
Of course, he's wonderful. I helped encourage his change of pace, and I'm glad to see that he's doing so well.
So don't get me wrong, I'm love that you're here, but how how did you figure out what was going on?
Well, when you have such a following and you have powers very similar to my nephew, even under an incognito status, it doesn't take long to put two and two together. Your parents are just too full of themselves to pay attention long enough to notice that anything was amiss.
Fair. I didn't think you'd be able to get anyone would really be able to get my contact information. It kind of surprised.
That was the whole point. And you know the type of work that I do, so it's not that strange that I could find you.
You're right, and I know you're good at what you do. Runs in the family, at least this part of it.
Hmm.
Sam, you're probably the least subtle person I know. Why are you surprised that somebody found you?
Bingo.
Ash.
I'm not
sorry.
I'm not surprised that I'm found. I'm surprised that I could be reached.
Oh, okay. Well,
But that's okay. We are strong enough as a team to deal with anyone and anything that comes our way, right, guys?
oh yeah.
That's very good to hear.
I know.
Can a
Sam's
bunch of
just like patting your back, trying to. It's okay. No, it's fine. It's gonna just work through it.
some little cherubs bring you tissues?
Have to rub at the nose. Rub at the nose. There you go.
The waiter comes out again and gets knocked to the side as he sneezes.
Oh man! Oh, go get this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I give him another tip.
This guy
I
just
know,
has
it's
no
just-
luck today.
I'm sorry. I'm
But he
sorry.
does
What is
have
your
about
name?
$100 by now.
He's getting good pay though.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so you bring this poor waiter down again for a third time, and as she just kind of gives you all a once over, she says, "Yes, I can see that there is a lot of wonderful potential here."
That's the second time someone has said that, but yours wasn't nearly as ominous, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me work on that. Yes, I see that you all have such wonderful potential. Is that better?
No, you need a cane. You need to you need to be intimidating with your cane as well.
Oh, I don't have one.
I give her one.
And she holds it. She says, "Oh, yes, perfect. You've got me monologuing, you sly dogs."
Wow, a pleasant parental figure in this.
Oh no, all of us
Look
is
at
just
you.
it's like,
Mhm.
and we all just seethingly look
She's
back
so
at
wonderful.
Are
What
you-
could
are you
ever go
looking
wrong?
Are you looking to adopt? Because
Oh.
We need a teen mom.
yeah.
Would that I could, but I made a decision a long time ago to just enjoy the life of being a wealthy lesbian aunt that can shower my wonderful Samuel
Yes.
in gifts.
All I'm hearing you say is double income household Christmas.
Yep, exactly. I saw that meme the other day too, and I was like, yes.
When your aunt and her roommate come in for Christmas, it's just gifts.
Yeah. So, I don't really have anything else for you, but I did want to say hi and give you some love and know that the family is worried, but they're not looking too hard.
Mhm. Can I kind of step away with her for a moment?
Absolutely.
Um. Well, I'm glad the family is okay, if you will, but so I mean, is what's going on? Is how it actually is. What are they doing?
They have work, as you know. They're highly disappointed that you turned your back on the family business, setting out on your own. They're under the assumption that you took the powers and fled and hoped to make a name for yourself, not associated with us. When I said that they have no idea that you're being so cheeky with switching sides immediately and being a hero with more or less the same monikers or slight variation thereof, they're not paying too much attention because its heads are so far up their own asses.
I kind of figured as much. I'm I'm so glad that you came. I genuinely was getting ready for the worst. But I'm still worried. Are you sure there's nothing wrong? It seems so. It seems like you're going out of your way. Is everything okay for you?
For me, yes, everything is fine. To say that this all seems too easy, if I said no, that would be a lie. The family keeps track of everyone and everything, of course. And it was difficult to get here without having anyone notice. I would just say that before long, they're going to figure it out. So enjoy the time while you have it.
Mhm. Thank you. Yeah. I will enjoy it uh, deeply. So, who are you going home with tonight? There's a great teacher. She's her power is to stretch, and I strongly recommend. She's very
And
awesome.
she just, there's consideration. And she kind of looks around at a various number of people And she just says, it seems I have my pick of the litter. You know, as much as I do tease Bone Taker, he is very good at giving the bone as well as taking it.
What?
How do you know that?
Kaylee's super hearing kicks in.
Everybody's gross out instincts like tingled.
Right, and Candace doesn't know why, but they just
Oh, I feel something in my mouth.
All right, let's just join the party again. And
when you start to turn away, she catches you by the hand and pulls you close and whispers, "It's not going to be that easy. I'm here to warn you as well."
okay, I go and give her a hug. What's happening?
E.V.I.L is going to make a show tonight. They're throwing the truce out. You should be ready.
Okay.
And she backs away and gives you just the 2 kisses on each cheek. And she says, "Well, I have to go see a man about a Long Island."
Have fun. I think I saunter back to the group, still doing the like model walk, and as confident as possible, like, guys, I think we spent enough time talking to the parents. Let's have some fun and try to get everyone away from Dr. Evil.
Candace looks very nervous about that. It's like, are you sure? Shouldn't you guys can go ahead. I'll stay here and
No, come with us.
I do-
I'm gonna wrap
I do
around
wanna-
Tannis.
I do want to give Penelope that moment to ask her question, though, because she
Yeah.
did follow him back to the bar before Sam had walked off. So once you have gotten him a drink, he just says, "Well, you seem keen on walking the razor's edge, so I will honor your bravery with the answers you seek."
All right.
Why you? Why your parents? Why during the apocalypse, when we were so close to victory, only to have it narrowly snatched away by the Antichrist?
That was a phenomenal twist, I think.
Indeed, no one saw it coming. Definitely was not foretold in the scrolls.
Well,
Why you? Well, to say you is a bit too presumptuous, that you had any special destiny in it. To say that your parents had anything of value to me outside of the bones I could take from them. I'm very committed to the parts everyone has to play. And your parents played a crucial part in a wonderful design that I had. Did you know that Tannis there has your mother's left thumb finger, the little piece here that makes the wiggle, and in your father's kneecap, the right one? It was used in a it was used to create a device that would change the weather to rain spoiled milk across the Texas countryside. Everything has a purpose.
so I was just collateral damage.
Indeed.
If my order hadn't showed up, I guess I wouldn't be here today. Or at least
Nonsense. It's part of the code not to harm children.
I need to pierce the mask. I need to know if that's true.
Sure.
I mean, he heard Tannis all the time, so clearly.
Tannis isn't a child, they're a thing.
Yeah, well, he's gonna be a dumb thing. Beat him up.
You say that loudly? Like this Tannis?
Oh no, that
this
wasn't in
malarkey?
character.
Oh,
That was out of character. Sam's not there to be part of that conversation. That is a hit. So
Yeah.
you can ask me one question to pierce that mask.
Let's see. Actually, yeah. How can I get influence over them?
That's a great question. So getting influence over an adult is fun. Let's see here. I feel like if you were going to try and get influence over him, you would have to have something that he wants or something that you could hold over their head for holding their attention. And keep in mind that all adults also have influence over you.
Yeah.
Start with influence. Can and should use influence multipliers from your PC. Okay. This is going to be one of those moments where when you were going to use that influence, in fact, for him to make a move, which is the telling you how things are. He's going to try and shift your labels and put you in your place as the adult of telling you what it actually is. He does the bad guy speech where whether it's true or not, because in reality, yes, Penelope is special and super, but the villain is going to downplay your importance because no villain is ever going to admit that you have a great destiny ahead of you. And so he says, you're nothing. Your parents were nothing. They were just a necessary end to a means, and he killed your parents not out of any necessity to do so, to stop you from reaching your potential. You were your circumstance, and where you have ended up was just collateral to him. And that may be true because he doesn't know what your true destiny is. But what I'm basically saying is he is going to try and tear you down a little bit now by shifting your savior down and your mundane up by telling you you're nothing.
I would like to reject.
Yeah.
Let me see. Mask moves, reject influence. That's on this page. When you reject influence, wait, hang on. I hit successfully, tune them out, choose 2. Okay. Well, first I gotta roll. Yeah. 8.
So an 8, 8, and 8, and 8.
And
an 8 means that you do.
I choose 1.
Yep, you have a hit and you can choose 1. Declare a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. Oh boy. Shift 1 label up and 1 label down of your choice, or cancel their influence and take a +1 forward against them.
My favorite one of this selection is usually to try and prove them wrong, but I think in this case, especially in the situation that they're in, she's not going to be the first to pull the trigger. So gonna cancel influence and take one forward against them.
Okay.
And I think with that, she just says, your foresight might be a little off. That's what I'm good at. You might have started a chain reaction that might have played into your downfall. And then just says, enjoy the drink. And nods and steps away.
All right. And that's when Sam comes back to scoop everyone up.
Perfect. Yeah, I think I just try to get everyone far enough away that they can't hear us, and immediately, you know, I don't know. Is this like a dancing ball, or what kind of?
Yeah. There's like an area where a DJ is playing music and everyone can, go and mingle and party and stuff.
Right.
There's room for it.
I think I pulled them over there just so that we're far enough away and no one can really hear us, and we're kind of in motion, so it's harder to read our lips and everything. And I start off by saying, "I'm sorry. I know there's another time where dancing is going to be ruined, but my aunt informed me that E.V.I.L is going to attack."
We should tell the headmaster.
Okay. Hey, Ren.
Mm-hmm.
Would I feasibly be able to have smuggled like something small, like brass knuckles or something?
Would you have?
Would I have been able to?
Would
I don't
you
know.
have?
I don't know how retroactive rolls work.
I mean, we don't have a flashback mechanic for this game, so if you tell me that you can feasibly do it, I'll allow it.
Okay.
I can also always make you weapons.
That's true.
Oh, that is true. I do like that idea. So then I say, okay, can you make me like I don't suppose you can make me like some brass knuckles or something?
Not a problem. Yeah, I'm gonna just make some flashy but not like obtrusive brass knuckles.
Cool.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Oh no. Well, yes, but also like sin and redemption or something like that. For
Yeah, I
get real
mean,
Catholic-y.
I was gonna go with just like crosses, if I said I had them, but I like these ideas better.
Thoughts like thoughts or thoughts like THOT?
Probably that.
The right hand says
Thoughts
thoughts
and prayers.
because we're all thoughts over here,
Yeah.
and prayers on the other one.
Yeah. I had a item in a D&D game, and one did psychic and the other one did radiant, so it was
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. I just take those and like just tuck them down the dress in the little boob pocket.
Your tits glow very slightly.
I love that Tannis is the only one wearing pants.
Yes, because I am fully in the skirt.
There's like full-on skirts for everyone.
For everyone, and
Half
then they're in
skirt.
like the jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Um,
If that's the case, we need to get all the civilians out.
Yes. So, not to take charge or anything, but Tannis and Ash, I think you guys would have the best chance of keeping Tannis's dad at bay.
You're right. They both do that.
Yeah.
But they nod. They're like, "You're right, but we don't wanna."
And you don't have to. I'm just saying, keeping his powers from manifesting is important, and knowing what he's doing also important.
There's more than one villain here. Just keep that in mind. And as she's saying that, Penelope is looking around and she is doing the Sherlock Holmes thing where she's her mind is like picking out exits and like potential advantages and disadvantages of the whole area.
Uh,
I would like to roll freak if I may.
Absolutely. Get freaky with it.
Yeah.
Who they're going for though? Like, do we know why?
I don't think they're going for anyone. I just think they're trying to break the truce. They're trying to make a spectacle. I was thinking when Paladin could, being the most elegantly minded of us all, might be able to alert the authorities, while Kylie and I, being the flashiest, make a bit of a distraction before the evil can come.
I'll try and record
Get
as much as I
everybody to
can.
the dance floor. Me and Ash could teleport everybody out at once.
Kylie, are you okay with that? Kaylee? Sorry.
We're gonna do a dance to distract all the people from stuff.
Yes.
Do you know how to do?
Cha-cha, real smooth.
You know what? I don't actually know any dances.
Cha-cha slide.
Do you know how to do
Wow.
bachata?
Yeah, I can do. Let's go have a time of our life start playing, and I'm gonna catch you in the air like Patrick Swayze, okay?
Oh,
Sounds perfect.
Because I can catch you.
So I did roll a hit.
Yes.
But it is like, you tell me how it is unstable or temporary, and I
Certainly. You start to focus on all the individuals in the room, and your intent was to kind of narrow down who could be villainous in this moment. And instead, what you're doing is you just kind of like sonar pinged off of everybody who was instead superpowered. So the room fills up, and it's not a majority, because most people, manifested their powers on their own. They might be first generation heroes, which is why they're sent to the academy. Otherwise, they would all be legacies, or some kind of other hereditary super family. And so a lot of these people here are mundane. And as you're focusing in on it, you start to notice what may be the defining moment as the music starts to go down, and you hear, "If I could have everyone's attention, please. Galaxy King would like to make an announcement." And the music of Galaxy King's theme song starts to play, and it's very silver aged, where it's like a very like trumpety, old timey superhero one. And you see Galaxy King in his full spaceman spandex uniform with the little jetpack descend from a hatch in the ceiling, and just kind of come down to land in front of this podium. And he gives a little twirl to his engorged mustache on one side, and he says, "Thank you everyone for coming. I want to have this moment to welcome the families of our esteemed students, and to give a big shout out to the progress they have made thus far." And he goes into this long-winded speech as you guys begin moving around to try and work out your plan to hopefully get people prepared and out of the way. But that's when the lights cut out, and everybody kind of gasps at the sudden revelation that a single light shines from the far side of the room, like a spotlight, to where Galaxy King is, and he kind of shields his eyes from the light, and the gasp gets louder as everybody who is looking at the stage sees that on the backdrop that he's standing in front of, the light has put up the emblem of evil, and there is just a from the far side, and
I
they
don't
say,
think we're gonna be dancing.
yeah. And you all hear in a Eastern European kind of Bavarian accent that I'm going to do my best to do. You hear a, "Well, That was a wonderful speech, Galaxy King. I am so glad to hear that you are still the blowhard that you have always been. And he just kind of continues and stares and he says, "Who is that?" And they say, "Let me give you a reminder." And everyone sees this beam of neon green energy fire and it hits Galaxy King square in the chest.
Question.
And
I don't mean to interrupt, but
yeah, because this is a very dramatic moment that I'm doing.
all right, I'm sorry.
But can we interrupt? Can we try to stop this?
Not this particular moment.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
afterwards, sure.
That's all I needed to know.
Yeah. So this beam has already hit him as you all are watching. Thank you. and it's this moment where he looks down at where he had been hit and he goes, "But that's against the rules." And you see the Mars Attack style disintegration from where he has been struck, and his body dissolves into this skeleton, and his body falls into a pile of smoldering bones, and the lights come back on, and you see now that along the walls there are a number of red and gold clad henchmen who are standing, and their fists are up like this, and the person who had fired the beam is in a what would look like the nefarious Iron Man armor, but it is black and gold, and they have a long red cape, and there are a number of people who say, "Oh God, it's the Crimson Nova." And this figure walks and they say, "Phoenix Academy, I am proud to announce to you the return of E.V.I.L." And they throw their hands up.
Boo!
Is this, and this is important, is this the younger Crimson Nova or
This is the Crimson Nova.
the older one?
This is the Crimson Nova.
That doesn't answer the question.
My answer to you is yes, this is the Crimson Nova.
I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah,
my arm is
they're in a full power armor. This is the
Yeah.
Crimson Nova.
Okay.
I also bitch stole our colors. I will have an arm instinctively around Tannis in case we needed to bamf. Just as soon as the lights went off, it was an instinct.
Yeah.
Penelope's is just gonna shout is just gonna shout just out loud so that or no, actually even better, she's probably gonna tap her phone to put a code red out to her order.
Mhm.
and then shout, "We need to get the civilians out of here."
I think I yell towards the civilians, "Come towards the dance floor," and I try to erect a wall to protect them.
Ooh,
that we
yeah.
can put them out.
I like that. With Penelope and Sam's guidance of calling out, "Come towards the dance floor. We have to protect the civilians." Go ahead and unleash your power for me, Sam, to put this wall up.
May I assist by rolling Savior to see if I can give them a bonus? By
Yeah,
just,
you
like,
can help.
directing
You can help
everybody?
direct people. Yes, let's do that.
Meow.
You just take the bonus. It's fine, and
Okay.
roll your power for me.
So does that mean I get a 2 plus 2?
2, or it should be. I think it's a 2 when Ash does it.
+1, yeah. It's only.
Yeah, it's +1
if
normally.
If I break rules, then you get a +2.
Right.
At this point, there are no rules.
There are
no full on.
Full on. So you put this barrier up, and instead of it being a wall, it's instead a dome because they have the area more or less surrounded. And you put this bubble up, and the Crimson Nova takes a moment to look at it, and she says, "I know this power. It is so familiar." And she puts her hand on it, and there's the moment where it just kind of reverberates, and she says, "No matter. We were here to make a statement. We were not here for your lives." And all of the henchmen, they are still in this pose, and they just go, "Hail evil, hail evil, hail evil."
I know.
And she says, "Let it be known that evil has returned, and we have claimed Halcyon City for ourselves. Queen Bee cannot stop us. You cannot stop us. The imposter who has taken mine identity will not stop us. Stay in your bubble where it is safe."
Shit.
I just take out the light knuckles, and I'm just like prepared to defend the people.
Can I want to walk up to the edge of the bubble of the dome and like bubble through it.
Mm-hmm.
I will also join.
I think he's just doing his head.
No, I'm gonna go all the way through.
Okay.
But I'm gonna keep the bubble closed. So you walk up into it and you try to go through, but it blocks you.
You asshole.
Take care of the people first, and then we'll figure this out. And I try to step up. I step up to the Crimson Nova, and little like floating like steps come up so I can loom over him. And I tell him, if you want this city, you have to beat the best of us. And you haven't done that yet. And I'm just gonna square up to fight a clearly stronger opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, two things.
Yeah. Okay.
Right star, you idiot.
Okay. So we'll do the formalities of going into.
Please get people out of there soon so I can put the bubble down.
Yeah, like
Yes.
You put us in a bubble. Where do we go?
Yeah,
I can
Teleport.
Get to him.
They can teleport.
Yeah,
I can teleport him.
which Tannis is like, you put your arm around them, you
Yeah.
feel like a bump, and it goes, pull that. It's your sword. You have to pull it out of Tannis.
Oh,
They were gonna give it to you later.
Oh, yeah. Shing! I got the power of God out of me.
Everyone is very
Yeah.
concerned. You just pulled a sword out of me, but it's there.
Yeah. I'm
Do
like,
we do the 5-minute theme song of Ash walking up the stairs to before taking the sword though?
It's just full. What was that? Revolutionary Girl Utena.
That's the
Full,
one. Just the walk, the lean, the kiss, the pull, all of it.
the pull,
same-
the sword, everything.
The same 5-minute sequence every fight. It
Every
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who it is.
Or what time strain they had.
Yeah.
I mean, Ash will definitely pull that sword out of you and then have a moment of I have very complicated feelings about that.
Yeah. So 2-team is added to the pool. I am going to designate Sam as the leader now since they have initiated this.
Squared up, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
If the leader has influence over everyone, we add a team to the pool. Is that the case, Sam?
No.
Okay.
Do you not have influence over me?
I only have influence over Ash. I lost influence over you, and then you got influence over me.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you're
Does everyone have the same purpose in this fight?
Yes.
Sam, what's your purpose in this fight?
Keep everyone safe.
Okay. Kaylee?
Yeah, keep everyone safe.
Ash?
Yep.
Penelope?
Keep everyone safe.
Tannis? Yeah? Okay. So that's 3 team
Keep
pool.
everyone safe.
Does any team member mistrust the leader or the team?
Penelope might, because
Yes.
All right.
That maneuver, yes.
Okay. Anybody Well, it says if any, that I remove one. So all I need to know is there's one person. That's fine. Is your team ill prepared or off balance? Technically, no. You were warned.
We were warned.
That's
Yeah,
true.
we're in the middle of a plan. Yeah.
Thank you, Auntie.
Yeah, technically you were warned. So I will say
three.
that that's good. 2, because you lost one.
I thought that
and
last
so-
question gave us back one.
No, it just kept me from removing another. The leader can mark a condition to avoid removing a team from the pool.
Are
I'm
you scared right now, buddy? Because I would be.
Yeah, I feel like that's
She just vaporized someone.
No! Maybe
Yeah.
insecure?
I think I am gonna take Afraid, because as much as I would like Penelope's help, I don't want them to get hurt. And watching one of our strongest get evaporated, I can't let anyone die.
Yeah, cool.
And,
So that
you can
puts you back
vis-
at 3.
yeah, you can visibly see Bright Star like putting up this like confident face, but he's shaking, like
Yep.
he is terrified.
Buddy.
Yeah, cool. So I will give you the first action because you were the one who initiated this combat.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm up to the big bad. I think he's not going to try to do anything flashy this time, despite his instinct. And I think he's just going to try to summon like a 5-foot long, 2-foot thick sword of light and just thrust it forward.
All right, directly engage that threat.
If I don't use my physical muscles to do it, does it count as a directly engage, or is it?
I think you have a workaround, don't you?
I have stage fighting.
I feel like that could work.
You do have an audience.
Mm-hmm.
You do have an audience. Yeah, you do have an audience. I think your stage fighting does work for this.
Okay. Here we go. Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Full hit. So let's pull up stage fighting because I need to remind myself what it does too.
They mark a condition to roll their superior, I think,
Mm-hmm.
instead of danger.
Mm-hmm. So one more condition.
Yeah, what are you gonna mark?
You get another one.
I think the last one I'm gonna mark is angry. I think he's pissed off, not specifically at the villains, but at the fact that the school, the organization was like, yeah, we're trying to be supportive and allow these parents, blah blah. Fuck off. This is what happens.
Wasn't the parents though?
Fair.
At least not yet. So it's still a directly engaged. So on a full hit, trade blows. So you trade the two of them start fighting. You and the Crimson Nova start fighting. You're swinging this sword. You're angry, and on a 10+, you get to pick 2, resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Create an opportunity for my allies for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you said there's some sort of power armor.
They are in power armor. It's a full-on like Iron Man suit.
Can we be liberal with the take something from them and try to say that that's me trying to, like, I don't know, rip off the mask or remove a part of it, trying to make a weak point?
Sure. Yeah. Let's say that you reach for the mask. So the two of you, since you're not blocking anything, the two of you are trading blows. This is a full-on slugfest. And the thing about it is, when you go to fight the Crimson Nova, she's not wielding anything other than their fists, and so they shoot, pulse pulse type of energy blasts, and they also are infamous for being able to basically generate black hole explosions with their punches. And so it's literally you swinging with this light sword and it connecting with the fist, and the subsequent like impact is causing these little detonations on their fists, and then like the light is getting absorbed and then reformed, and it just looks cinematic as fuck for everybody who's watching. Bright Star looks amazing, but then you get that moment where you reach up and you grab and you pull back this mask, and what you expected to see was an older woman, but instead you see this young girl who looks like she's in her early 20s.
Okay.
It very very fine, thin European features, and they have like this reddish hair. It looks like it's dyed this kind of deep crimson that falls around it in strands once the mask has been pulled back. And she says, "You damned fool, give that back."
Is this the same? Because she mentioned
So I'm not going to answer any out of character questions about it.
no, but in character she mentioned
She did. An imposter.
Yes.
An imposter took her name, yeah.
Do they have the same face?
Could be. You could definitely take a chance to roll that and find out information.
I'll do that.
Okay. Is that what you want to do on your turn now?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool. So it would be a pierce the mask, or reading the files, I suppose. But it's a full
wait,
hit.
no, reading the files would be better. But yeah, there's that. Reading the files just means it would be a 13 instead. Same thing.
Okay. Still a full hit. Okay.
Yeah.
On a hit, tell the team one important detail you've learned from your studies. GM will tell you what, if anything, seems different from what you remember. On 10 plus, ask the GM a follow-up question. They will answer honestly. I don't like the way this one's worded, because basically it just says, you can say something and I can tell you if it's wrong, and I don't like that. Because I feel like it should always be right. And then, what you plan may not be what I planned. So here's the thing. What you do know from hitting the files is the brief stint not so long ago when a Crimson Nova had shown up at the Hero Academy. It was Galaxy King who had taken them under their who had stuck their neck out for the Crimson Nova, who said they wanted to be a good guy. They do not know where the young version of the Crimson Nova had come from. There was speculation that they might have been a clone, or that something that has to do with their cosmic powers had de-aged them, Time Lord style. But it was never really figured out or explained. But there was always the worry that they could go back to being a villain at any point, because this was the villain of villains, the Golden Age original villain who put together evil, and now that evil is back. And what we discussed before of the rumors that there was somebody going around claiming to be the Crimson Nova that was reforming evil, and now you see that there is a Crimson Nova here, and it has the face of the hero Veronica von Quasar, or Victoria von Quasar.
Now, is this version of the face have burn scars?
No.
Okay. Or I guess, I mean, I guess that kind of sort of counted as my follow-up question.
Yeah, it kind of did.
Yeah, but they already said that there's another imposter. So I just look at them and I just call it. How many of you are there?
Kaylee starts counting all the people on the wall.
Oh, there's
there are several.
No, several Crimson Novas.
Crimson Novas, yeah.
No, those are henchmen.
I after getting this sword that I apparently pulled out of Tannis, I say, can you do your portal thing and get everyone out? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. I'm gonna go help him, and I'm gonna kiss her because it's romantic, and then I'm gonna pop out, and then I'm gonna pop out the other side of the dome, behind the Crimson Nova.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna be like, hey, and just make a face at Samuel back. And then my plan is to. Now here's the thing. I don't know if this is gonna count. And technically, bamfing out here could say is my action, and I might not get to act again this turn. That is your call.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that would be the end of it.
Okay.
So we don't overdo it for.
That's fine. So I will bamf out. Keep myself quiet because I'm not. I'm hoping that she might not notice that I have bamfed there. But I'm assuming I have to roll in case something bad happens.
Yep, please roll. Roll that freak.
Roll that freak.
It's a hit, but it is slightly unstable. And I'm definitely going to say the way that it looks unstable is that you didn't go unnoticed.
Huh?
And
Just have a sword. What does my sword look like, Tannis?
What does the sword look like, Tannis?
I was muted. So when you pull it out, it really does kind of like come up and what looks to be. Now, please remember, Tannis is the one that made the sword for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you know how when you see a rapier and they kind of have the kind of like covering for your wrist so that people couldn't get to you. It looks like that, but it looks like a rib cage. It's like it looks as if it's
the basket
out of bone.
Nice.
Yeah, the basket looks like it's made out of like a rib cage bone, and then kind of is the handle. And then when you get to the blade, it's a blade that has the edge, the very like it's one of those curved ones, almost like a scimitar, but it's serrated at the end and then it's smooth at the bottom. So that you can do damage, but get it back. They were like, you're gonna have to defend yourself. So they like made you a sword.
That sword
you
is
hear
hot.
You hear from the bar. You hear from the bar going, "Bone themed. I taught her that."
Fuck off.
You hear that inside the bubble while they're like starting to put the sigils and stuff around. Like everybody just stay in the middle. They're putting sigils around everything so they can do a mass transportation.
Mm-hmm.
Like you definitely hear a groan in the middle of that, just like
Yeah. Yes.
Sam also responds when Ash shows up, since they're not hidden, and just kind of freaked out. You shouldn't be out here. We're gonna die.
Yeah, we're gonna do it together. I'm gonna try and high five you over the Crimson River shoulder.
We're gonna do it together.
Yeah.
And so when that happens, since I didn't have them take a move when Sam had inflicted a condition on them, the landing the hit for you has them mark angry, and so they are going to escalate the situation dangerously. And so the Crimson Nova says, "You are going to be going out together in hell," and she punches upward, and you see that Nova-like detonation go off, and the ceiling starts to collapse, and it's going to drop on you guys.
I would like to roll defend someone since my love is in danger, and I would like to catch the ceiling with my strong muscles.
Yeah, break out of that bubble too.
And because Sam is marked as my love, I get to roll plus danger instead of savior when I defend somebody.
Sweet, let's go for it.
Let's go.
Let's
You
go.
knock it out the way and it lands on Ash.
I'm going to like catch it, like.
Yeah, she's
kind of
got to
thing. Yeah.
strong arm it.
Yeah. All right, and no additionals.
Full hit. Yeah, and so this big, the explosion is enough to blow the roof off of this place, and as the debris comes down, Kaylee has now slipped out of the bubble somehow with cat-like grace.
Because I am a cat. I have found something to water through.
They defy physics. They do defy physics. Listen.
I feel like she shattered a little bit of it, like she broke through a hole.
Yeah.
So it's
or,
not completely down.
or even what would be better, just for the sake of like the logistics of holding it over you, they're on top of the bubble, just supporting this collapsing roof with their mass, and so now they're holding this up.
Oh God!
I just looked at Tanis and as Penelope looks to Tanis, she just says, "Revolver, you might want to hurry up with that portal. I'll take any hits of anyone that gets through." And she while she can't have any weapons in here, I imagine she is allowed a few little like gadgets, and she probably has like a little wristlet thing that like brings out like a little miniature shield, and she just preps.
Tanis, what do you do?
It is going to make it a little bit messy. This needs to happen faster. So the way that they've been doing the sigils is really kind of like they use their nail and prick their finger. That is not working anymore. So their hands kind of like off, and like the trail that they leave behind them while these two hands are like going in between people finish like the sigils like right in the middle, and then they just kind of slam their wrist back into it and it activates everything. And then like everyone who is in this portal is going to end up outside, and then they're going to like fall over. At least that's what I would like to do. So let me roll this Unleash My Power so I can see if it works.
Yeah, go.
Okay. Making sure I don't have anything. Could I say that the amount of sass and the support I've had from my friends, well, really, I did kind of rush away when they pulled me away, but that count as running away from something difficult?
No.
No,
you're still in the situation, yeah.
I thought I was talking about earlier with my dad when we were just talking, and I was
that wasn't dangerous.
When I just
you weren't in danger then.
Emotional danger.
Emotional danger.
Yeah, emotional danger.
It said difficult, not dangerous.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Woo! Okay.
Yeah, no, I like it. I'll allow it.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, 11.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And so
I saved the people.
You saved the people.
Casualties.
The ground underneath you starts to swirl with this dark energy, and the people all kind of look and they initially panic as they start to sink
like
down.
hair flowing upwards. I'm in this gold like bodysuit that's pinstripe black and gold, and I have one of those things when you get when you do get an autopsy, that Y is there and you can see it like the way my thing is cut. So you can, all of that is glowing while I'm in the middle, like teleport.
And it looks spooky as hell. And as they're slowly sinking into this mucky portal, little like ghost hands are reaching up and grabbing them, and they're getting dragged down into this. And they're not having a good time. They're screaming.
Lots of crisis of faith happening.
They think that they're
dead. A lot of crisis of faith happening right now.
Yeah, and then they just get dumped a little ways out, just in like the parking lot from here, and you're still here because you're here to help the team, but you exert this energy to get everyone out, and you feel the satisfaction of dumping all this excess weight away from this area.
I would like to somehow combo into what Sam is going to do. I don't know if this do we count as breaking rules currently? I don't know if this counts.
There-
I
There's a
want to try
team
and
thing. Oh, that's what you.
The thing is, like, the combat has always been the one thing that really eludes me, how you do the
figure out, like,
mechanics of it.
Yeah.
If I
Well,
can
we're not
suggest
allowed to do
something I do with
combat.
mine.
We're not like, yeah, we're I suppose. I'm
You
just
don't
wondering
have
in
a
terms of
choice.
help
Sorry,
action, yeah, if I'm
Tannis,
if
what
I'm
are you
helping my-
asking?
Oh, I was saying if I could suggest what I do for my games for combat. Because like you said, it's very confusing, and you're never quite sure how to get people to do things. What I have people do is just describe the like kind of what I did when I described everything, but then I knew I would have to roll free to see if it succeeded. That way combat stays fluid, and we know we have to roll the Unleash Your Combat, the Unleash Your Powers move for any type of real combat, unless defending, then roll defend. Unless you're attacking, then you roll to actively go against the threat. But I just use it in the 3 ways of moving forward, staying where you are, or moving back. That way people know what they want to do, and they know which move goes with those things.
Okay.
It's a power I plan on using, but I wasn't sure if my passive move of Troublemaker counted in this in terms of helping him. Because what I want to do is I want to use my power negation, but I want to see if I can, and it's fucking stupid, but you know what? Here we are. Me and Sam. I want to try and get my hands like into whatever is powering this suit, and also just her in general. And I want to use my power negation on her, and then do like a no, and get Sam to do whatever the fuck he wants to do. If I can break her defenses some way. Power negation.
All right. So going off of that, then yeah, let's do that, where it's the moving forward, moving back, staying where you are, and what thing we're gonna do. And I think what we'll do is I'll just ask each of you, what your intent for the round is, and then we'll do it all together. That way you guys can work that stuff in there, and then I can have a better grasp of how it goes. That will limit people's actions, because that's another thing where it's like people sometimes can try to do too much within the span of it, because it doesn't give a defined time limit either.
Yeah.
So let's declare our actions, and we'll just go for each of you. So in the same order. Sam, what's your intended action?
So knowing that Manifesto is going to be trying to shut them down, I think Bright Star is just going to try and put everything into one hit, and I would like to summon, like, create out of light a seraphim to just strike through the bad guy, through the Crimson Nova. And if it's okay with you, part of that is revealing my new advancement ability.
Ooh.
So I have a mind of their own in terms of my power. I took it from the newborn. And as I muster up all of this energy and summon this big angel, I want currently 4 wings to rip out of my back. 2 big ones and 2 small ones. On the 2 big ones at the very tips, there are eyes that are almost closed.
Be not afraid. Yeah, okay. So you would be unleashing powers, yeah?
Yes. Full blown.
Okay.
As well.
Ash, what are you? Or yeah, Ash would be next, yeah.
I was using my power negation to try and weaken Crimson Nova as best I can to give Sam the chance to
So 2 unleashes. Penelope, what is your intent?
Her intent is to use herself to shield her team from any attacks.
Okay, so defend. Okay. Kaylee.
What's the
I guess I should start using the hero name. Snow Leopard.
Yes, Snow Leopard. What's the situation with the minions, the henchmen?
The minions hadn't acted yet, because they had initially been standing around, but then she just blew the fucking roof off of this building, so they had kind of scattered as well. And now it looks like that, now that they see that the audience that they were going to have is gone, it looks like they're moving to get out of the building as well, to start rounding people up. So you see that they are moving to leave.
I want to take this giant piece of concrete that I have just caught from the ceiling, and I want to throw it to block the door so that they can't get out.
Cool. I like it.
Mhm.
And
We're not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with us.
Yes.
You're trapped in here. You're trapped in here with Snow Leopard.
So yeah.
And Tannis or Revolver. Excuse me.
Yes. Okay, so now back in, very relieved because all the people are now out. Cannot get out of this bubble now. So first thing they'll do is yell, "We're all clear." So so Bright Star knows that he can lower.
I do feel like the bubble probably goes down once he
Yeah.
unleashes this new ability, just from the being able to maintain
one thing while the other. So in seeing that everyone's clear, then now it's not the time for that one. Yeah, they are going to. So one of the things that they can do that's like power wise is sort of like their dad's. Like think Dr. Facilier's friends on the other side. It's kind of like a dark version of what Bright Star's power would be, where he has the little cherubs. There's like the kind of little like creepy little like neon colored glow in the dark, like little skull, kind of like voodoo babies. That's what she calls them, her voodoo babies. And they just kind of like, she's like gonna they attack now, kind of taking inspiration from her friend in that kind of way. Would like to attack, use their powers to just kind of run distraction. If you're being overtaken by evil little cackling voodoo dolls, then you're not going to pay that much attention to the seraphim.
Oh my god! So there's a giant angel and a horde of
tiny little
tiny monsters.
That's so good.
All right, so everybody, go ahead and roll for me, and then we'll chain the events in together.
Would this be unleashing, or would this be us directly
That's gonna
engaging
be
the threat?
You're unleashing. Excuse me.
Oh, just across
yay.
the board.
Okay, now this is pressure.
Okay, still a hit.
It's still a hit.
Was anybody attacking?
Yeah,
technically.
Okay.
I think with the fact that we're attacking them, they're going to respond in kind, and Bright Star is all attack right now, so your defense will be greatly appreciated.
Yep.
I just saw like all the freak rolls.
Mine's is a buff because I'm neutralizing her powers, so it's not an attack.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
But it's unleashing, yeah.
I'm just assisting.
And
can I roll directly engage a threat instead of unleash my powers with what I'm doing?
Yeah, because wouldn't what physics work for that?
Yeah, physics. What physics? When you unleash your powers to barrel through an insurmountable barrier, you roll plus danger instead of freak.
Yeah, I think that'll work, and we'll reflavor it to hurling this giant piece of building.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
Cool.
So yeah,
cool.
Go for it.
I'm just looking for my character sheet. Yo.
All right.
So good.
Yeah, and so we see the reminiscent of like Endgame or Civil War, where a group of people have ganged up on one individual and they're just comboing their abilities together. The little horde of skeletal entities, shadow creatures start swarming up the legs, and she just starts kicking and activating the little jet boosters to start lifting up, and Bright Star and her are fighting and punching. Manifesto has reached out to tamper with something within the suit, and while it doesn't directly disable her abilities because her technology and her powers are separate and they are working to enhance on top of each other. Disabling one does throw the other off, as now all of a sudden one of the boot stabilizers starts to sputter. So you see her start to spin a little bit out of control. And did I get your defend roll, hun?
Yeah.
Where are you? There.
It was at 11.
It's an 11.
Yes, it's an 11. Great. That's where she just kind of yells, enough! And she tries to throw a punch at Sam, and you step in to block it with this shield. And defending, you keep them safe.
Yeah.
You jump in time, and you jump in time with this shield, and you full on like Wonder Woman with the shield, and you take this blast, and as you hit, she unleashes another one of these mini detonations, and you see just this black energy just boosh, and it's enough to knock everybody back. The explosion ripples through this room, blasting the remnants of the walls away. And as the like dust and debris start to settle, we see that Bright Star's aunt is still standing next to the Bone Taker, who are at the remnants of what's left of the bar. And the shadow shield kind of pulls back, and the two of them look at each other and they say, well, this has gotten interesting, but I think it's time for us to leave. And you all are on your feet, but you did the things where you kind of shield yourself from the explosions. And there's this moment where the henchmen who had been previously trapped now see that there are other openings, but they are not interested in catching the parents and holding them hostage. But the Crimson Nova, on one still working jet boot, has flitted back a little bit, and she says, enough. The point has been made today. I have marked each of you as potential dangers or potential allies. Do not be foolish in opposing me or evil any further. There is a chance for you to make it out of this.
I say, poser, the real Crimson Nova got her face hit with a volcano.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and have her mark another condition for that.
Insecure?
Yeah.
Yeah. And let me see here, because every time they mark a condition, there's a thing that happens. So let's see what insecure does for double down on broken plans or ideas. Follow the lead of someone else. Doubt or question their own allies and plans. Admit wrongful actions. Recede into the background. Recede into the background is going to be what they're doing. They're just doing the "I'll get you next time, He-Man" type of thing, where they're just like, shut up, you know nothing about this. And you see that it ticked a nerve with them. And when they say shut up, they point at what would be Penelope for a moment with this blast that starts to manifest. And then at the last second, they point it in a different direction, and it would fire towards what will now be Kaylee's parents. And there's a chance for someone to try and save them.
Ooh, I will absolutely make that attempt if I need to.
Kaylee's like,
They're
oh,
my
no.
Sure, go for it.
Yeah.
You said someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to
Save
do
your
that.
parents.
And yeah, I would like to. And so it's a defend again?
Yeah. Roll me a
Okay.
defend, please.
Either that, or I could roll to take a powerful blow.
It was originally going to be take a powerful blow, but I defend really fits for this too. So I'll leave it to you.
I would like
if
to,
you want to,
because I have
I
a
could
new.
also-
I have a
like
new
if you want
ability.
to do the look out, Mr. President, then take a powerful blow. Or
Yeah.
if you want to have something to just block it, then
Yeah.
you can defend.
I can also spend a team. We also have 2 teams that we haven't spent
Right.
yet.
I can roll to take a powerful blow, and I get a -2 on the roll because I have a new move that I
there
took
you
from
go.
the Transformed that is called I Am Not My Body. However, if I roll a 10 or plus, I lose control of my powers in a terrible way. So
Yes. Yes. Give me something for the cliffhanger. Go, go, go.
I am actually pretty good right now, but let's see what happens here. So I have to roll a 12 for this to be
To be bad.
to be bad. Yep. And let's minimize that. And it's -2 on the roll. So
6.
6. So I take that. Oof.
Okay.
Can I flavor this?
Yeah, tell me how it looks.
I see, like, I had just, like, the dust had just cleared and I'm, like, defending. I'm on top of the rubble and I see the blast go into my parents. And a part of me does sort of transform for like a hot second as I get on like all of my fours, and like the fur that's usually just at my waist kind of like goes up my arms, and my ears just get slightly bigger, and I leap. And I treat this blast as if it's a laser pointer, and I just like take my paw and like redirect it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you bat it, and when you bat it, it's the DBZ thing where the little energy blast zips around somewhere else, and you see it hit a, of course, perfectly unoccupied building, and that building detonates and then collapses in on itself like a little black hole activating, and that space is just negated now. And
Collateral damage.
Yeah, the surprisingly minimal collateral damage of an entire building being just evaporated.
Blame it on that waiter.
But as that happens, and everybody looks to make sure Kaylee and her parents are okay, you turn back to see that Crimson Nova and the henchmen had, basically escaped to like their little vehicles to fly away, and you see her flying away, just shaking an angry fist at the Phoenix Academy. And there are other parts of the Academy that are now smoking as well, as it looks like this was a coordinated strike. But
with my wings, I want to fly up a little bit, just kind of float there, and yell at them as they're running away to and don't forget us. You should never underestimate us again. And yeah, I think my wings start to disappear, like the feathers start to, and I fall down.
I want to have recorded that so that I can send you the file of you doing that. Also, a little zoomed in look at the girl's face that I can send to Penelope.
Haley, you see directly underneath you, the two of them are shaking, and your mother is clinging to your father, and he is just white in the face, and he says, this is why heroes are just as dangerous. Your freaky powers and your freaky abilities put normal people in danger all the time.
Kaylee just saved your life.
Yeah, I'm gonna sort of just like stand up, like straighten and like crack my back, and then sulk a little bit. It's like, yeah, we're super freaky, all right. I'm glad you're okay.
And it's with that sombering moment for Kaylee, who can never have anything nice happen at the end of an episode.
No, it's true.
Is where we're gonna draw it to a close at the end of Parents' Night.
All right. So level ups. What do we do?
Yeah, the end of the night. End of sessions. We will go around as we had once before. So, Tanis, did you grow closer to the team, grow into your own image of yourself, or grow away from the team?
Yes, I grew close to the team because we were very supportive of each other, but more importantly, I think they grew into their own self-image to definitely want to be something different than their father. and by not just like jumping on the team, Team Evil,
Not yet.
and working like and look, I have that whatever. I'm not saying I got to move specifically to deceive you. I'm just saying I grew closer to myself, to my own self-image. So that means I do my own labels, right? One up from there.
Yes, when you grow closer to yourself, you explain how you see yourself and why. Already done. You shift one label up and another down.
I think I'll actually take my savior up one. And my danger down one. Man, I got a whole lot of zeros.
A lot of zeros.
I mean, they're not negatives anymore. That's the important part. I would also, if it's not too much trouble, like to finally take off this guilty.
So
it says make a sacrifice to absolve your guilt. I'm really trying to think. I actually don't think I did anything to do that.
No, not yet.
I don't think I've done anything to I haven't sacrificed anything. Okay.
Kaylee definitely cleared a condition earlier by being just destructive as hell, and that was
I was
accurate.
just like, hey, I broke a lot of things today. Do I clear angry?
So many
yeah.
things.
It's like that poor waiter.
I imagine like the door opens again because the kitchen was perfectly fine and it's just like entirely intact, and he goes
He
like,
just turns
"What the
around
hell
and walks
happened?"
out.
And
They're
then
not cleaning this up. They were supposed to close tonight.
He's gonna put in his notice tonight, I think.
Yeah, he's done. All right,
that
so
Green Mile.
next on the order, did you grow closer to the team? Did you grow into your own image of yourself? Did you grow away from the team?
This is me, right?
I believe so.
Yes. I think I grew closer into my image of myself. His goal is to be the greatest hero there ever was. And that the only thing that means is making sure other people don't get hurt. So even though it was a little bit kind of douchey to be like, hey, you guys stay in there, like all he cared about was protecting the people there.
Yeah. So that is once again, you shift one up and one down.
All right. I think
you also literally grew into a new image of yourself by sprouting shit.
They're not permanent wings yet. They're still weak. They kind of like are molting away and falling apart as I'm standing there. But I'm gonna take a freak up.
Asriel would be proud.
Freak up.
Also angry. I hit Nova pretty good.
You did, yeah. You hit someone. I mean, yeah, sure. You can mark it.
I don't know how to get rid of afraid.
You have to run away.
Well, all right.
I mean,
which you refuse to do.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess it does make sense. If you run away from the thing you're afraid of, you eventually calm down and then are no longer afraid. But
what if they run away from me?
Nah.
It's fine.
Don't worry, you'll do something. You'll run from something.
Yeah. Next up is Penelope.
I think Penelope grew into her own image of herself, because she's trying to figure out who she is as a person and what she's gonna do about it. So I think that mundane is going down and danger is actually going up for once.
Ooh. Nice, I like it. Over to Ash.
I guess growing into an image of themselves is also, this was a
we're on brand tonight.
We're on brand tonight. Yeah, I think realizing that they can still hold on to their personal morals and attitude and be heroic and be part of a team. I think this is probably the first time Ash is feeling like part of a team and wanting to help the team out. So it's new and they're quite happy about it. So That's them. I think. What's the highest a number can get again? Is it 3?
3.
Yeah.
Unless it's like the permanent add-on or something. Mm-hmm.
I just saw the note in the Zoom chat. I like it.
Right?
It's a good name change, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then Kaylee, how did you do today?
Yeah, also with that last scene kind of grew into her own self for sure.
Your own self-image.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And my savior is going up one and my mundane's going down.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck being mundane. We crazy out here.
We
Crazy out
are.
there.
I was called freaky and weird today by my own dad, so let's go.
Yeah, I mean,
But
Someday she'll find someone to love her for her.
next week Penelope's gonna have some words with her parents.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, can one of my cherubs just
What,
punch
my
him in the
thumb
balls?
and my kneecap?
Can I just viciously assault your family? That's a normal thing to do.
They're bad. Actually,
All right, friends. Thank you so much for coming and showing up. It was a great kickoff back from our break. We will be back next week. And then the next time that we're live on the channel is join us tomorrow. We have some Dragon Age tomorrow. And that's all I'm doing like this week. I'm taking it easy. I'm vibing until I go on my Christmas vacation. Like, you know, I'm vibing pretty hard. So, with that, everybody else in the opposite direction, where can we find you on the internet? What you doing in the next 7 days? All that good stuff.
Hi everyone, it's Eleanor Homily on the internet. You can see me here every Friday in this lovely game with these lovely people. And tomorrow, you can see me here. I am the game master for the Dragon Age game. They're going down into the deep roads, so you know nothing bad ever happens in the deep roads. Everything will be fine. But that's me.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shay, or Shay the Fae, on Twitch and Twitter. You can find me in those places. I do artwork, and it's all I stream it on Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and take commissions. So last I got to do a very nice vampire scene for Humalu, and that was very fun, actually. Otherwise, I do have plans in the works to get some tabletop to get some things from the flood up and running in probably another month at this point, another month or two. And it's just a matter of getting players together. And that's me.
all right, my turn, I guess. So, first of all, I'm available for playing. Hello. And second, you can find me on the internet, on Twitter specifically at Cryptid Delta, and you can also check out my YouTube channel, Delta Cryptid Productions, where I have an actual play of the game that I created, Terra Maya, and we're doing a murder mystery. It's getting pretty fun. I also have a podcast coming out every Monday, more or less. This next one's going to be about a review of the movie Antlers. Very good.
Ooh.
And yeah, that's pretty much all I do. If anyone wants some video editing services, hit me up on Twitter. That's all. Hell yeah.
Everybody, yeah, it is me. It is me. Hi, everybody. I'm a Buns. Once again, you can find me on Twitter at honeybuns, and you can find me on Twitch at Battlestar Bunny. Soon, coming up, you will be able to watch me play Overbaked, which is exactly how it sounds. I am going to do my inner manifesto, and afterwards play a lot of Overcooked, which I like to call Understaffed. Other than that, you can hit me up on Twitter to keep a lookout for an upcoming podcast that I will actually be GMing for called Black as Fucking Noble. It's a lot of TBA things, but soon we will be having it all set up. It is an all BIPOC cast, BIPOC DM, and hopefully we will be getting into some really, for lack of a better term, ratchet royalness, which is which is the phrase that I will be quoting for said game. Other than that, you can find me on Phoenix E.W.I.L's channel on Wednesdays playing Out of the Abyss.
And that
That's it.
all right, cool. Yeah. And that brings it up to me. Hi, I'm Rendiz. You can find me here on Weave the Tale or our own channel, Party Wipe Games, where we do a variety of tabletop RPGs. And I'm also thinking about starting to do Let's Plays again on Saturdays, because there is that Life is Strange game that I bought once upon a time and never actually played it yet. I haven't heard anything about it, so I don't think it's
the second one.
The third one. True Colors.
Yeah, I've heard.
I haven't heard anything about it. The
Yeah.
first one is amazing. The second one is hot garbage. So I don't know
The
where.
second one, don't tell me that.
Oh, it's bad. We can talk about it after. But
don't even bother.
You can catch us most days of the week playing RPGs, though. Tomorrow we will be playing a homebrew 5th edition game. On Sundays we will be getting to the near end, probably the penultimate episode of our Savage Worlds game, a real World War II fantasy version of resistance fighters opposing dark elven fascism. I have a mech now. Our communist dragonborn sniper wants to shoot the equivalent of Drow Hitler, which is this matron mother that is visiting our city with their super dark elf SS forces that we failed to kill in a train bridge explosion. But I have a mech and we have an army of mind flayer thralls on our side now. So like, it's fine. It's going to be a wacky end. Mondays, I play Alien RPG over on Weave the Tale, where I am the storyteller or mother, and things are getting very bad over there. The aliens are going to start showing up, and basically, like, 2 players have signed over full on to Weyland-Yutani, knowing full well that their colony is an experimentation ground for xenomorph crossbreeding. They're trying to make them fly for some reason. They're trying to give them wings, and they just seemed okay with it. Tuesdays, Tuesdays we play a Sabbat Vampire the Masquerade game where I play a Lasombra. Shay plays a Gangrel, and there are other wonderful things that happen, like we accidentally woke something very dangerous up by killing a bunch of people on a boat. That happened. Wednesday, we play Tomb of Annihilation. Thursdays, Shay runs Wild Beyond the Witchlights. And Fridays, we are here. So that's everything for me. Full week. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you what, you're not taking a break.
I'm going to take a break when the winter season comes up.
Yeah. And with that,
He says that a lot.
Yeah, and with that new one, we're gonna go over and rate our friend Amiel Belcher. She's doing some art right now, so looks like she's actually drawing Sailor Chibi Moon. So I'm super excited. Some watercolors.
Ooh.
So yeah, everyone, wave bye. I love you. See you later.
Bye.